Good morning. Welcome to Options Tenor. It is Sunday, 10/16/22. Welcome. If you're new here, go down to that bottom right hand corner, hit that Options Tenor logo, and subscribe. And don't forget to like these videos. It really helps us get these videos out to many of the traders out there. It's pretty vicious in this market, so you might need just a little hand if you've already been trading, or if you're brand new, maybe you need a big hand in this navigating this market. So we're going to go through ES on multiple time frames as usual in these updates, but if you want to see the longer term, I made a video on, I believe it was Friday. If you want to see the longer Elliott wave term, kind of a roadmap of what I'm looking at in the future, and that can change at any time that the market tells it it's going to change. So this is a roadmap for now, and there's some alternatives that I'll be updating if something changes and gets more bullish. I suppose that's a good way to say it. Otherwise, I have a Patreon. If you want to see those Elliott waves in a shorter term, you can check those out. It's only $10 a month. Also, no, there is nothing else. Let's go ahead. ES on the monthly time frame. We have a downtrend, folks. This is a very, very long term. There's nothing indicating, this is all bearish. There's nothing indicating that we are getting any sort of reversal. We're not turning bullish. This 8 EMA, that's our trend indicator. On this YouTube channel, we look at this often, and on the higher time frame, we're trending to the downside. We had this consolidation area for 3 months, broke down from it, retested, actually broke down again, and tried to break to the upside, couldn't do it, and now we're headed down. Now we're pausing right here on the 50 simple monthly moving average, and that's natural. It's right here at the 50% retracement from the COVID low right here. So we're testing that. I don't believe it'll hold. We already had a bounce. We already had a reaction off it. We mentioned that in the past, that's we should get a reaction off of this, but I think that reaction has been done. And our next target lower would be this confluence with this channel bottom, but more importantly, the 618% retracement. I think we'll get some sort of reaction from there as well. So we are looking lower, but I think this is, intermediate term, what we're looking at as our downside target. And I'll show you a little bit better before I move over. This is a MACD. It's crossover bearish. We haven't quite made the bear cross on the 0 line. That would be very bad. The RSI is in a downtrend. Nothing else to say there. On the weekly. This weekly time frame, after breaking down from this massive rising wedge that the Corona crash created to the upside, we have our first series of waves, all lower highs, lower lows, and then a larger pullback and a breakdown from there. In Elliott wave terms, this would be an A or 1, a B or 2 retracement, and a continuation down for probably a much larger wave, 3. Now, in the more near term, we're at this confluence that we've been talking about, and the question is, are we going to bounce off of this a little bit higher, perhaps, and then start heading down, or are we going to start heading down from here? And that's what I want to make apparent. So if you play off levels, this level here is a very, very good level to play off of, and that's around the 3550. You could call it the 3500 area. You break down from this 3500 area, and then it becomes resistance. You're headed down. Next target is 32. So this is such a big area. You don't have to play this if you don't want to until it gets underneath, or if you do play it to the upside, hopefully you give yourself some a little bit better entry from this point. But if you're trying to play to the upside, then just know that it might break down and put your stops there. So we have the confluence of this channel, would be the mid channel line, at the 200 simple week moving average, and then a 50 or the 3500 area here. So that's a big confluence breakdown. From there, we might head down here pretty fast to the 32, which you should see reaction there as well. And then maybe we bounce around in this area for a little bit, similar to what happened here. Okay, let's go down to the daily. Daily trend is our friend. I reiterate, that same area we've been talking about on a daily time frame, much closer. That would be these three supports. Let me bring this one over just a little bit more. Let's go to January. Okay, so now these three supports here, we break down from this 3,500 area, and we're going to be looking at, we have a midpoint here that we might get a quick reaction, and then that would be our target down here. So this could bounce off here, head down, straight down, bounce around in these, ping pong in these areas. That's what I'm looking for. It is possible to go straight down to the target as well, but this is just kind of a point of interest that we know that there were some reactions on in the past. So not a big, just a minor support resistance. Okay, so heading lower, lower highs, lower lows, lower high. We made a lower low. People are calling a reversal here. I suppose that is possible, but it's not looking likely. We have our 8 EMA that we rejected off of, as well as we talked about. This is a very strong trending indicator. Our 20 simple moving average, rejected, and we're starting to head lower. Okay, the only sign of life is that we have a little bit of divergence, positive divergence starting to happen. I don't think that's good enough at this point on both of these indicators, the MACD and the RSI, but we always have to keep an open mind. So let's look at the 65-minute chart. Just kind of see what's happening on for you short-term traders here. Okay, so this is our support. This is a supply area that we have here. It's a big number. Clearly, we're trying to break through that number. We see many reactions, even a fake break out of it right here at this 3,600 area. So that's going to be huge. We stopped there right at the end of Friday. That's just what happens. It's not going to allow us to make decisions over the weekend, but that's okay. We have a downtrend here that we broke down from. So we're still heading to the downside. Now, the one caveat, the one alternative that we might have from here is, let's see if I could draw it, is that this is an attempt to make a high, a higher low, and maybe we look at this being an A, B, C to the, let's see, probably around just something simple like that. We'd have a 5-wave move, impulsive move there, most likely. If this would be the alternative, guys. I'm looking lower. This would be the move from here or here. So we'd be looking at that 618, the 50% or 618 retracement. I would put it there. So that's where our target would be, right in this zone, if we do somehow start breaking out from this downtrend. And then we're going to have to reevaluate, is that really the end of this move to the downside? We would have different alternatives from there. And you know what? I actually drew that, pardon me. This is all the same move here from up here. So this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave series if we do have a short-term bottom. And so we'd have to measure from the very top to the very bottom. And our 618, our 50% to 618 retracement would be near that 4,000 mark. So that would be our major retracement here. Okay, you'd see 5 waves. This would be an A, B, and then a 5 wave move up here for retracement of this entire move to balance out this move. Okay, I don't think that's going to happen. I see this as a impulsive move down, a retracement, and we're starting to head to the downside. So on Monday or Sunday night or Monday, we'll probably see just a little reaction to the upside and then start heading lower. That's where I'm looking at. That's where I'm at. That's where my head's at. I think we break the lows next week. If not, you know what to do. Then we start looking for calls. Okay, that should do it. Like I said, if you want to see the path, the Elliott wave, you can check out Friday's video. I'll post that, or you can join the Patreon. You'll get just about every day a new Elliott wave count, just to the primary pathway that I see every day. So, okay, thanks for joining us here at Option Center. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend.